Aight, we back. I have just come to an idea. I've just created an idea as I'm walking. This is what I mean when I say that I always change my mind, always come up with new shit on the way. So, just bear with me. But I've thought of a new series of episodes that I'm going to be doing on the channel, and it's going to be called Walk and Talk. Every single day I get my steps up. Every night I go for a walk every morning after the gym, and then again every night, usually at sunset, and when it's like pitch black and shit. And a lot of 99% of the time, I just have all these thoughts and shit while I'm walking. And so, I thought, why not just make this a series? It's not meant to be some high quality, very well produced stuff. It's meant to just be my words do the quality. My words are the quality. So, it's all filmed on my phone. It's just an authentic one-on-one conversation. And so, like I said, filmed on my phone. Lighting's not the best because I'm in and out of light. There's these light poles here and there, but not most of the time it's pretty dark. So, if you want to stick around and watch, if the title or what I'm talking about resonates with you, then that's up to you. So, like I said, I'm gonna let my words do the talking, and this will just be sharing my either experience and putting it into helping self-improvement, whatever it is, my experience, things I've learned, just a thought that I've had of the day. Like today is going to be something that I was just thinking of and based off something that happened today. So hope you enjoy this new series. This is going to be the second episode because I did already film one of these before I had this idea, and I'm going to post that one first, but this will be the second one. Anyway, so today, every misstep is growth. So again, I apologize, it's pitch black right now, so I'm gonna let my words do the talking, obviously. Every misstep is growth. So for example, today I had a cookie. Obviously not that deep, it doesn't sound that deep, but the old me would have eaten that cookie and been like, you know what, fuck it, I fucked up my eating, so you know what, let's just rest of the day just eat junk food, just eat whatever I want, right? No. Every misstep is growth. Every mistake that you make is growth and learning. Every time you fuck up, it is learning. You learn from that mistake and you act accordingly to whatever your goal is. Oh, look at all this light, hell yeah. And so with that being said, missteps, mistakes, whatever you want to call it, they are whatever you give the power of that misstep is what it will be. If you, for example, a bigger, less broad example, your business. If you, maybe you, say for example you have a clothing brand and you do a drop, and it fails and you get, holy country, why is there 1 million people walking towards me right now? Give me 3 secs. It's like a whole herd of people. Like, god damn. Hold up. Alright. Anyway, I swear every time I do, obviously I've only recorded it twice, but every time I go on a walk, some shit happens, which I guess adds to the lore or the plot of these episodes, which is pretty cool. Nevertheless, your misstep, whatever you give the power of the misstep. Okay, sorry, I got sidetracked because those people, kind of came out of nowhere. But, so for example, you have a clothing brand and you drop, and that drop fails completely. You have no sales, whatever it is, nothing comes out of it. If you give that misstep, that, little wall on the way to your goal, you give it the power. Whatever you give it the power to be, it will be. If you give it the power to be the end all, you look at it as, bro, like, fuck, man, like, it failed, like, I'm fucked, like, I'm done, like, I can't do it, it's not gonna work. Well then, effectively, that will be the end of your clothing brand. That will be the end of it, because you've given it that power. You've given that misstep the power to be the end of it. On the contrary, if you look at it as growth, as what it really is, a misstep is growth, you look at it as, you give it the power to be nothing. You don't give it any power at all. You look at it, that's okay, now I know this, I know that, I know I need to market like this, I need to do this. At least now I've learned from it, I know how to drop, I know how to, whatever it is, you learn all these things from it, but like, you're not gonna, no one wakes up and is the best at what they do. You think that any of these successful people, whoever it is, like, fucking, I don't know, bro, even like professional athletes, I guess that's probably, I'm gonna turn around because it's getting really dark, but say professional athletes, right? Fucking even like LeBron, like whoever it is, professional athletes, people who've created and made a business, even YouTubers, streamers, whatever it is, they didn't just wake up and be incredible, They worked towards it every day. They failed more times than you know. The only reason is that you don't, see that is because, obviously, you see the final product. You see them achieving their goals. You see them with a successful business. You see them being a professional athlete, making millions of dollars, whatever it is. But you don't see the countless fails, the countless times that shit didn't work out, So many fails, and the reason why they got to where they got to is because they didn't let those missteps define them. Instead, they learned from them and they allow them to grow. Because like I said, every misstep is growth. You grow from it, you learn. Like, you can't just wake up and expect to be the best at what you're doing. You can't wake up and expect to be able to run a business that you've just started, run it like you're the CEO of $1 million company, Shit takes time, you learn, Take me, for example. I'm still learning all this shit, I haven't been doing this my whole life. I didn't wake up and just know how to do shit. I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring out how to captivate people, how to edit, even the smallest little things, like how to edit. I've never posted YouTube videos before. I've never sat in front of a camera and talked. Like, even this right now, what I'm doing is growth, and is me learning from missteps, me learning from times when I've, not done shit right, whatever it is. Like I said, I'm new to what I'm doing right now. Like, this is growth because I've never done it before. And so, obviously, this isn't perfect. This video isn't perfect. The next video probably won't be perfect, but that's all it is. It's consistency, and it's learning from each misstep, everything's a lesson, everything is growth until you obviously perfect it. And so, whatever you give it the power to be, that's what it will be. If you give your little fuck up the power to be the end of everything, or then, let me stay here for a second, finish the video off, because I'm low-key done with this thought. Let me go sit down there and then put my hoodie up because it's starting to rain. Yeah, in shorts and shit. I didn't know it was gonna be this cold and rainy. I just came straight from the gym. Also, apologize if you know, they're a bit all over the place, these episodes. Obviously, like I said, based around this video, I'm still learning and shit. But for now, I just want it to be unedited, authentic, just me having a conversation. So, where's the light? There. Anyway, but yeah, you know, every misstep is growth. And just don't let them define you. Just keep going, keep staying consistent. And yeah, you know, that's all it is. Missteps aren't the end of the world. They're just little stepping stones on the way to your goal. And you need them. Like I said, everyone has gone through. Every successful person has dealt with failures, missteps. You know, it's a part of it. That's a part of becoming great. So just keep fucking going. And yeah, don't worry about the little shit. Just learn from it, be better. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode 2 of Walk and Talk. Hell yeah. Alright, I'm off.